I'll call this meeting to order with the start of the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First up, we have the approval of the minutes from February 11th. You guys take a look at those.
Move to approve the minutes from the February 11th meeting.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to approve the minutes from February 11th, 2019. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Next, the approval of general fund vouchers 181-90347 through 181-90395, wire transfers 76485 through 76576, and activity fund vouchers 9446 through 9473. I'd entertain a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to approve the general fund vouchers and wire transfers. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Any public comments on the agenda out there? John, you got anything? No. All right, new business. Approval of staff hire.
Okay, so we have had a part-time position over at the elementary, a custodial position that we needed to fill, and we had identified Mr. Dave Sargent as that individual. So that position is replacing Dave Reindahl's position, and because Dave moved over to the high school.
Is that a part-time?
Yep, it's a part-time position.
Okay.
I move to approve. Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to approve the staff hire of Dave Sargent. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. Next, the approval of a staff resignation.
Okay, so I have two letters of resignation in there that for you guys to the softball assistant coaching positions. Mrs. Strelzik and Mrs. Moles have both submitted their letters of resignation for those coaching positions.
I would entertain a motion for the staff resignations.
I'll move to approve the resignation.
It has been properly moved and seconded to approve the staff resignation. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Next, the approval of the 2019-2020 CISA 11 shared service contract.
Okay, so if you turn to the CISA contract, we do this. You guys approve this every year. A lot of our professional development and support comes from CISA 11. So you can see within the contract in the middle column, renew. Those are services that we've had that we currently have. All the ones in the left column, purchasing, would be new, and then on the right would be dropping. So we're just dropping one, otherwise everything else is remains the same. So that Moodle services we don't need anymore because of the transition to Google.
What's Moodle?
It's like a platform that you can communicate with your students.
Okay.
Like a digital classroom.
Yeah. And now we have the Google Classroom. What's that?
Just bought 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Are they using Google Classroom now too?
Yep, we have quite a few staff members using the Google
CISA,
Classroom.
though, I mean?
Oh, no, because it's free. So it's because these are all they charge us for it. So,
Gotcha.
Any questions on any of the services? Like I said, pretty much the same, other than the Moodle. Everything's remaining the same.
Guessing that doesn't change a whole lot from year to year.
It hasn't, no. This year we contracted quite a few more days than I'm putting in there. I think, and I put 3 contracted days for consultation. I think this year we did maybe 5 or 6 days. with all the curriculum work.
Gotcha. You guys, any questions on that?
I move to approve the new CISA contract.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to approve the new CISA contract. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, the approval of the spring coaching roster.
Okay, so the spring coaching roster, which is crazy that we're even talking that way when you look outside, but it's coming. We have just one position yet that we need to fill, that under the assistant baseball coaching position. That assistant position is to be determined. Other than that, we filled all of the positions that we were looking to fill.
Did anyone apply?
For the baseball, yep.
Yeah.
And Mr. Rosine's working on that one. So,
Okay.
so the new positions are the assistant softball, which you guys just approved those resignations. So we had two positions that they split that. They had an agreement where they split that, so that's just that one position. And then also the girls assistant coach coaching position in track.
Good stuff.
I move to approve the coaching roster.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to approve the spring coaching roster. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Approval of the Start College Now applications.
Okay, so these applications previously were called youth options, which you guys have approved. Some of you guys have approved multiple times. So I have the applications of the individuals in there at the end. I just put the beginning two documents were just for your information if you wanted to learn more about it. But the application, the actual applications start with the student letters and then their signatures, and then the applications that go to WITC. If you look at the one individual, though, that has, it looks like they're applying for 2, 4, 6, 8 classes. Those are just backup classes. If their first and second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth and seventh options aren't there, those are the backup classes. So you wouldn't be approving all of those, but it's just those top 3. And then the other 3 students are looking to go into the same thing. They're all nursing. Yeah, the first young man is in primarily welding classes, and then the last 3 were for nursing classes. All 4 applications are for the WITC campus as well.
Do the funds for this come from the school, or do they come from the
Say it again.
student? Do the funds to pay for this come from the student or from the school?
From the school. Yep. And it depends on which one they're applying for, but this one comes from the school. If you look at that second document, if it's just a UW school and not a technical college, then it depends. It can be up to 75% of the district would pay for that. On the last,
Where a tech is more than?
tech, we pay. The district covers the total cost of the WITC courses.
Do we budget for a certain number of students to do this program?
We've typically, since the 4 years that I've been here, it's always been about the same. We have a handful of kids, and
Just wondering if we approve it, if there's funds already allocated for it.
Oh,
And these kids, like the medical students, they've taken like med terminology
Yep.
already over the ITV classes. So they've taken the classes that they could.
Prerequisites.
Yeah, from we have available, and then they're going to the next step with this certification.
Okay.
There's a grade requirement here too, wasn't there? I remember one time we didn't approve somebody because their grades
Yeah.
weren't great here.
yeah.
And
You want to
guys
set
do
them
that.
up for success.
Right.
Yeah, it could be attendance things, you know. They.
Right. So everything's fine with these guys with all the.
Yep. And the recommendation from Ms. Kaler is that all 4 of these kids
So they go like
are
in
approved.
half days typically, or
Whatever, one class.
whatever.
Whenever the class.
whatever
will be
they need, I
scheduled.
suppose.
Yeah, these ones are on campus. You guys have approved online. I think one since I've been here on one
Okay.
online course. Yeah, it depends on the student.
Yeah, they just started doing a little of that when I was in high school.
So,
It's good. They know what they want to do.
Yeah.
ahead of the curve.
You guys got any more on that?
I move to approve the Start College Now applications.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to approve the Start College Now application. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. Review of the upcoming election.
Okay, just a reminder that the board election is on April 2nd. We have two vacancies, and if you remember the one Ryan's vacancy is 2 years remaining for that third 3-year position. So whoever gets the second most votes will have the remaining those remaining 2 years. It won't be a 3-year term. So the person that gets the most votes will obviously get will fill the 3-year term, and then the second most votes will have the remaining 2 years of the 3-year term.
Be winner's choice. Okay. Guess we're good with that. That don't need an approval, huh?
Nope.
And then the review of the Canvas Committee timeline.
So what we've done in the past is we've met on that Friday, the first Friday after the election, and with Ryan and Nettie running, they won't be able to be a part of that. So it'd be really we need one of you guys between the three of you.
I could do that.
Okay.
Meet at 5 or whatever we did last time. You'll call me, I imagine.
Okay.
All right, next we have discussion of inclement weather days.
All right. Okay, so we wanted to wait until after the basketball games were completed, and that way we could decide. Hopefully there won't be any more days this year, but we are still in March, so there is that potential. So if you look at the document at the tail end, I put in just the state statute and the calendar, just the current calendar with no changes for you guys, and then the document with that's titled inclement weather delays or closings. That has a breakdown of all the days that were either canceled or that the 2-hour delay. So total about 6 days and roughly 2 hours that we missed of instruction. We had about a little over 4.5 days built in. The elementary and junior high, you can just see the breakdown of the minutes in there. So the proposal is this. We talked a little bit about it at the last meeting, but June 6th, that Thursday was going to be our last full day. I'm proposing that we make, our last day of instruction, which was an early release. I'm proposing making that a full day. Moving 7th, which is that Friday that week, to have that day the last day of school for students with an early release. Then we talked about, we don't want to. It would be very tough to move the days into the following week because then that would impact summer school. So here's the plan: is to turn the May 10th, which is currently an in-service day for just teachers, turn that into a day of instruction where we have kids also report to the buildings, and like I said, have that a day of instruction. And then as well, the last bulleted item would be beginning next week, Monday, so a week from today, we would add 6 minutes to our day, but which would give us almost a full day of instruction with the minutes. But it would be broken down like this. We'd have, we wouldn't impact the buses, pickup times, or drop-off times at all. It'd be starting the school day in both buildings 2 minutes earlier, and then adding 2 more minutes to each lunch period or where we see best fit within each building. So they wouldn't impact the length of the day. We would only be impacting the actual day by 2 minutes. We would be the additional 4 minutes would be attached to 2 minutes to each lunch period, dismissing kids from lunch, just a hair early than normal. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And at the elementary, we talked about maybe tying it to the recesses rather than the lunches. Thoughts?
What are
I'm just
our
thinking
options, I
like
guess?
the lower grades are gonna need all the recess they can get, but
'Cause there
Yeah, I
isn't-
know, but some kids eat fast.
yeah, they do.
And
Or they
sometimes
don't
my
eat
kids
at
come
all.
home and say, I'm like, you're talking too much, but you need to eat. Well, I got busy, or I'm like, well, not an option. Just
Or-
be quiet and eat.
Yeah.
Whatever you
But the
guys
lunch is
talked them
hard,
into
too.
with the elementary this week worked or last week for to eat breakfast. They must have got something if they ate breakfast.
Yeah, it was elementary or
Yeah.
breakfast week. So lunch is really going to be kind of 4 minutes to make up for that 6 minutes a day?
No, because there's 2 lunch periods, so it'd be 2 minutes to each lunch period.
Oh, like a
there's
snack.
multiple
Okay.
lunch periods. So the first lunch, like in the high school, the first lunch would be just dismissed 2 minutes early. Then the second lunch would be dismissed 2 minutes early.
So you get to count that for 4 minutes, even though it's
Yeah.
only one group of students
Yeah.
that's affected by each lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying there? That's
Yeah,
just kind
Yeah.
of away in the back door.
Yep. It is. Yeah, and it is. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, and this has got to come down to minutes, right? That's,
Yeah,
It's a
and
minute
the
now.
only reason I'm
Are we behind in our third quarter? I mean,
for minutes.
we got to be caught up. I mean, we're not behind 3
It's
days.
not by quarter, it's by total.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're not behind. Our third quarter is
just
going to
third
end on the
quarter went
same
really
day no matter
fast.
what.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And to be honest with the bolded items, the day changes, that would get us. We'd be fine if we just did that. The minutes, my thought was just to give me a little bit of just in case
There's
kind
not
of.
going to be any more
I
snow.
know.
So
But
the
if we,
June
What if we have
7th,
to
that's a
close
half
due
a day
to
then?
flooding?
yep. So our last day is always an early release.
Right.
Yeah.
That just gives teacher a half a day too to get their
Then
rooms
they can get their
closed down.
grades in.
Flooding minutes don't.
Right. But they just need time to close down because
Right.
summer school starts the next day and their rooms get used for that.
Yeah. So my thought with the minutes is I don't really feel like it's going to impact.
Right.
You know,
and
they-
it won't change much of the schedule.
No.
Yeah, that gets a whole lot.
Is there any? I see Minnesota's got some like legislation where they're trying to get so they don't have to make those days up. I don't know if it passed, but
They're trying.
is Wisconsin doing anything like that?
I don't
Isn't
think
it
they
down up
can.
to the governor in Minnesota or
It's a
something like
state
that?
Yeah.
statute. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
different. Wisconsin. It's a deep.
They would have to change the whole like administrative code.
So basically, the only
They're
effect
they're
that's
trying to-
changing from last time is the 10th.
The 10th,
Yeah.
Right.
minutes.
and then the
I don't
the
know how many
minutes.
people paid attention to our stuff and knew that it moved to Thursday to Friday, but we could really get that out there, so it's not that big a difference, really.
Yeah, I wanted to wait till to communicate
Right.
anything out until the
Yeah,
basketball
because we
was over.
voted on it and the next 2 days were canceled.
Yeah, I know.
The next morning, I'm like, okay, so much for that vote.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it looks good.
okay, and then the May 10th, which was a professional development day, we're going to. I think we're going to have two evenings for teachers to report in and do those professional development.
And some might be able to opt out of that, right? Because some
No,
of
we
them
did
have
that
done other
already.
training. They've done that already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that it matters, but why'd you pick the 10th instead of in March?
More time.
More time.
Well, yeah, in the March one we had someone slotted to come in. We have Chris Stratton coming in for curriculum.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what I was
Good
thinking. Who we
answer.
paid
Yeah.
consultants already for some
Yeah.
of these days. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm good with his proposal.
Yeah.
If you guys are.
We're just coming off of a long Easter break there too, so it's not like there's not gonna be some break in school there from April to the end of May. So that's, you know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
like a long haul if we take that one day
Yeah, that'd be
away.
the other thing. If you took that March day, that'd be a long time in a row.
Sure, yeah.
Is there laws you gotta have them break after so many days too? Probably.
No.
That time of year.
Okay, you need you
good.
need something on that or not? Like an approval from us, or just that we talked about it?
Yeah, like,
Do we need to vote?
I think you should, yeah, probably.
Okay.
I move to approve the inclement weather days of taking the 10th back as a school day and adding the minutes within the current makeup of the day.
A second.
We're good?
All in favor?
It is probably moving second. What Nettie said. To approve the inclement weather days. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we can slot that in. Next, the approval of board policy bylaws 0000.
Okay, it's finally here. So here are the bylaws. So we have we have a couple different options that we can do for this. The first round with the bylaws, we can do the paper copy, but then I think it's gonna get a little crazy. So to print them off, it's gonna be a lot of work. So I have passwords set up for you guys within the board books, or the board. Is it board books? That's what it's called.
Board docs.
Board docs. Thank you. The board docs website. So we can do, if we want to set up a work, kind of like a work night, where I could project it up and kind of help you navigate it for the first run through. You guys could look at the program and see where you need to go, and then we can kind of go month by month where or however you guys want to do it, however many you think. If you can do more than one in a month, that's great too. But kind of walk you through what it looks like from the computer side, from the online side of it.
When you talk one, are you talking one policy or one section?
One section.
Okay.
Yeah, not one policy. So, yeah, there's I think 9 sections, I believe. So this is just this section is the section that pertains to the board. So if you look, and we can. So with this section,
We did this once already, this section, right? Did we go through
Yeah, you
section
talked
one?
through it
I
prior
thought-
to
right.
election last year.
I thought we went through this once since,
yeah, and we made some changes to just the bylaws. Yep. So if you go through it, we didn't read through each one, did we?
Yes, we did.
It was the board meeting I came to before election.
Okay.
Did we?
It was the one that should have been
It
something
wasn't very
else.
long.
Just this, yeah, no, we went through each one, because we talked about some of the
Wasn't
date
half
stuff
of
in there.
Isn't some of it it is what it is? It's state law?
Yeah,
Right.
a lot of it is what it
Can't make
is,
changes.
but a lot of it isn't too. There's
Okay.
large chunks of it that are just, the law, like with laws on I think like special meetings,
Reading glasses.
our annual, and then some of the stuff isn't necessarily about law, but it's law and it pertains to us. Like when our annual meeting is, it has to
Yeah.
fall in a certain window, but we always have it on the 4th. The
August.
4th Monday in August, so like that's listed in here. So we can do 2 things. You guys, if you're comfortable approving these, if you guys want to go through and read them again and take some time, we can bring them to the next board meeting to do the final approval.
Well, I want to read through them.
I think
we
I
weren't
wanna read
here.
them.
Yeah, I think that's smart too.
So we'll read them and come back. My vote.
It's our
This time I
homework.
get to
Okay.
talk.
Yeah.
So can we? What would you guys like to do? Would you guys like to schedule a separate meeting, or do you want to make the next Monday just kind of a work night following our meeting, and then you guys can plan on approving these or bringing back any adjustments and changes or revisions that we need to do, and then I can take that back to Stu, and then I'll also give you like the next round of.
So we'll discuss them. We'll read them. Discuss them, any changes.
And then I'll show you how to navigate
Right.
the Neola website. Does that sound good?
I'm guessing there's not going to be a terrible amount of discussion.
No, since we've already done this round, I think
Yeah.
that's good for that. The other ones might
Right.
Take
need a little bit more, but
Okay.
I know
think
2
just-
weeks from now, we have a band meeting on Monday night, so that wouldn't work for us to do
Were you
it
thinking
next
of just tacking it on our next school board meeting?
That was a
Right.
thought.
Okay.
The only thing with that is if
Weekend
if you don't
retreat
feel like there's
for
a
the
whole
board.
lot to go over this, then that might be a lot of wait time for the next one. Because the next when we meet, I'll be showing you how to log in, how to get to the next round of policies, which
Oh.
is fine with me. But it'd just be it's just
So we
another.
wouldn't get the next set until May. Well,
Yep.
yeah. No, we would learn in April how to get
And then
the-
you'd get that set that evening to look over for the
and then we could
following
approve
board.
them in May.
And if
I'm okay with that if we want to meet sooner. I have volleyball practice every Monday from 5:30 to 7. So.
and I'm good either way. There's no rush, but we could certainly set up a meeting too. It doesn't matter.
What else is coming up that's big that we need to decide before year end? Any big things? What's on our typical agendas for
Like coming up.
April, May, June?
Hiring,
what's-
if there's any.
Hiring?
What's that?
Hiring approvals if there's.
Yeah, and starting the purchasing
Health insurance.
process, health insurance. You're putting the student handbook on the next one, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's gonna be very minimal changes from last year, it'll just be giving it the lesson and
Yeah.
getting it to the printer again.
Make it a long meeting.
I'm okay with that.
So you don't think that we'll be able to figure out these board docs? Is that what you're talking about, training us how to?
Yeah. I don't think it'll be too difficult.
Okay.
I mean, and if we want to give it a go, I can type up kind of directions and
Right.
email it out
Think
if you
we
guys
could
want to
fumble
try
through
that.
Yeah, let's try that so we can get
Okay.
a jump on it.
Okay. Yeah.
As long as there's pictures.
Press enter here.
Yeah.
So why don't you do that?
And if there's if one or two have issues, I can always set up a meeting with them too. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just make a little PowerPoint, Josh. Let me
Sounds good.
Lori will do it.
All right, Lori, do it.
Do some snippets at every step so we know that the screen looks right.
It'd be great.
So
if
you
we
just
could
printed
kick
this
these
one
off
off to
before
see
the
what you want
school
to
year.
do for this evening, then,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's why you printed this one off?
Yep. And the other ones are quite a bit larger, so it'll be.
Okay.
Killing a lot of trees.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
save some paper.
Who's the person from Neola you're dealing with?
His name is Stu Waller, a former superintendent from Boyceville.
Is he in the area yet then?
What's that?
Do you live in the area yet?
Yeah, he lives in Boyceville.
Oh, nice. So we're not going to approve any of these yet.
We should be able to approve these next one, this first set,
Yep.
because we've gone through it once already. Most of us.
Yeah.
Some
Oh,
of us.
I listened to
Right.
it. It's just sitting there. You can't make any comments. I don't know how you do it, John.
John.
Did you want to scream?
Oh my gosh, a couple times.
Okay. Next, superintendent notes. Mr. Ernst.
Okay. Had quite a bit going on in the last couple weeks here since our last board meeting. So just kind of some notable things that we've had in the district. The girls basketball team finished 15-8. They were regional finalists and had a great season. A good group of girls. We had the VAC, the art competition, were regional champs, and they advanced 12 to the state tournament, which will be April 12th coming up in Madison. They took a first in the quiz bowl, and then first overall. We had Read Across America in the district with a lot of different stuff going on, and we had a published author come in and present to the kids and did a nice job. I think it was fun for the kids to see a real author with a real book. We had Abby Warner, one of our students here that came in as a valedictorian. She was the Cole Award recipient, so she gets to take home $10,000 through that. So congratulations to her, which is a huge accomplishment for a student. We had the fourth grade had the kindness retreat, so we had all the fourth graders over at the old high school with 3 or 4 other school districts doing the kindness retreat. That was the first time we had that with that age, and that sounded like a very a successful day. And we've had a lot of positive feedback from every grade level that we've had take part in that kindness retreat. So pretty neat. The FCCLA crew has also advanced to state. They'll be in the Dells the beginning of April. And then the boys basketball team finished the year 22-2, with a heartbreak loss yesterday, but it was just a really successful season and fun to be a part of, to watch those boys play as a good group of kids, and it blows me away to see the community support that we have that go to all of these events. But you really get to see it when you have a sectional finals game and you see the sea of blue on both sides of the gym. We were in Hudson, but then also to see the amount of tickets that we sold out of the district office. We sold 800 tickets, which is crazy when you have a district that's in a township of 1,000. The actual township that the district sits in. I know we have more surrounding, but it's just pretty impressive to see, and it's to see the support. But it's not shocking when you watch the boys play, but then also interact with them in the building. They're really a good group of kids. So since we last had our last board meeting, we had the National FCCLA week. We had the boys wrestling team. We had the qualifiers, like I said at the last board meeting. They unfortunately didn't have any medals, but did a really nice job down there and represented us very well. It was FFA week. Like I said, it was also Read Across America week. We had a couple snow days in there. We had the elementary, had the variety show, and a big thank you to both Mr. Peterson and Mr. Gillis with all the different things, and Mr. Rosine. I'm going to throw him in there too with all of the activities and events, and we're still canceling and rescheduling. Just today, their email was sent out with the 5th and 6th graders going to Trollhagen, just got rescheduled to the 20th. So just a lot of things.
Might not be snow. They're over it at
What's
this
that?
point.
For the 5th time.
For the 5th time, yeah.
I
So,
was gonna say.
and there's just a lot that goes into rescheduling. It's not just let's pick a day. There's just a lot of communication that takes place because you're just afraid that you're going to miss someone or make a mistake with rescheduling it and have 2 things on the same date. So a big thank you to those 3 guys with all the different things going on. Like I said, we had the variety show on March 1st. I'd like to say a big thank you to Mrs. Anderson who put that on. I thought the elementary kids did a great job, and never easy to go in front of a large group and do anything, let alone at elementary age, to go up in front of your peers and then also adults and do what those kids do, whether it's singing or performing or telling a joke or doing a science.
Or playing Hungry Hippo.
Yeah.
You too.
So very neat to see, and a big thank you, like I said, to Miss Anderson. A lot of work that went into it and getting everything organized. Then we had a national breakfast week last week. Like I said, the spring sports beginning, but they're really not beginning yet. There'll be a lot of inside stuff going on, I think.
Practice was tough today. Track practice.
Yep.
Find that white ball.
So,
I said that's because you haven't been outside in 6 months.
yeah. Some things coming up. We have tomorrow night. We have the junior high spring concert. The following week, we have the high school spring concert on the 19th at 7 o'clock. Like I said, the Trollhagen trip for the 5th and 6th graders are on Wednesday the 20th. We have something new that some of the elementary teachers are trying out. We're doing a science night on the 21st from 6 o'clock to 7:30. The handful of teachers wanted to give that a go, so they're going to try that out. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And then we have third quarter ending on the 28th, and then in service on the 29th. And the 29th, we're continuing our curriculum work with Mrs. Stratton. Don't want to say we're on our tail end, but we've made a lot of progress and thank you to all the teachers that have bought in and that are continuing their work with unpacking the standards and working on all of our curriculum. That's all I have.
Very good. All right, thanks, Josh. Any future agenda items? These policies, I suppose, would
Yep.
be one of them.
Yeah, all the policies on there.
Anything else?
Not off the top of my head, I'd love to.
Maybe put on there about inclement weather. That way we can just
keep talking about
guarantee
it. Don't you say that, we're
Plan
done.
ahead.
Yeah.
Let's put it on there, then we won't have it.
Right. All right, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
It's properly moved and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.